Romeo Crennel.
All right, guys, I know that after practice you're not really interested in listening to somebody who's long-winded, so I'm not going to be long-winded, okay? I'm just going to kind of tell you a little bit about myself and my background, and then a couple of things that during my career I think are important for young men to know, all right? First of all, I'm from here in Amherst County. I was born in Lynchburg, lived right down here on 130, all right? I didn't grow up there the whole time because my dad was in the Army, and we moved around quite a bit. And so when he would go overseas, then we'd come back home, all right? So then I would be here until he came back, and then we would get transferred somewhere else, and then we'd go somewhere else. But that's how I kind of grew up, moving around a little bit. All right, then after that, I went to school at Western Kentucky. It's down in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's a basketball school. It's known for its basketball, but our little football team was a pretty good little football team. Played some decent football down there. I got my GA there, my graduate assistant. Then I started coaching at Western. Coached there for 5 years before I had a chance to move up to the next level. All right, and just like some of you JV guys, you want to move up to the next level. Well, you got to work at what you're doing to have that opportunity to move up to Division I. And started coaching in Division I. Coached there for about 5 years before I had another chance to move up. And I got a chance to move up with the New York Giants and went into pro football. All right, so I went into pro football, and so I've coached 10 years in college, and I've coached 30 years in pro. All right, during my time in the pros, I started out at the bottom. All right, they call it quality control. All right, which is it's a GA, it's a glorified gopher. All right, go for this, go for that. So that's where I started out at. Then did a little special teams. All right, helped with the linebackers, coached the defensive line. All right, then became a defensive coordinator, and then eventually became a head coach. During that 30 years time, I've been to 6 Super Bowls. Right, I've been victorious in 5 of them, and so that's something I can kind of hang my hat on. But that really doesn't get you anything today because I don't have a job today. Okay, that's why I'm able to be here talking to you because I'm taking it easy right now. I'm going to wait to see what's going to happen after the season. And hopefully, all right, I'll get a call, somebody will come knocking, and then I'll go back to work. All right, but what I've seen in my career, you guys enjoy playing football, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I tell you, I can watch you, see it, I can tell you enjoy it. All right, but now, it's not the football I'm worried about with you guys. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about the off-the-field stuff. Off the field. Anybody. All of you, because I don't know who it's going to be, but as you look around, Vanderbilt University, they got academics at Vandy, the quote academics. Smart guys are supposed to go there, right? That's where smart guys are supposed to go. But they've got 4 guys on the football team who are in trouble. They're in trouble for off the field stuff, all right? And the reason they're in trouble is because they took advantage of a young lady when she didn't have her senses about it, all right? And basically, the young lady was drunk, and they took advantage of her, and so now they get charged with rape. They didn't think they were doing anything wrong at the time, but the law says that if the young lady doesn't know what she's doing, she's not able to consent. So that off-the-field stuff is what gets a lot of guys. New England Patriots, one of the places I coach, all right? They got a guy named Hernandez, all right? He's being charged with murder. He's been charged with murder. That's what he's been charged with. It's not anything he did on the football field, because he did great on the football field. He signed a $40 million contract. That's pretty good money, $40 million. But he just threw it all away. He threw it all away because he made poor decisions, all right? And so those are the kind of things that I'm worried about, all right? As you grow up, as you develop, you have to make good choices, man. You've got to make good choices. And one of the biggest things that you guys are going to encounter, not that any of you guys drink alcohol, okay, but DUI, driving under the influence, all right? Guys get caught on that all the time. Because, hey, I can handle this beer, I can take me another one, all right? And now, boom, you go out, you get stopped, and now that affects your career. Not only in football, but in life. Not only in football, but in life, all right? And if you happen to be driving and you hit somebody and kill somebody, that is huge. you may be going to jail then. You may be going to jail. So don't drink and drive. You got to make that decision yourself, all right? And then another thing, don't ride with guys who've been drinking. Dallas Cowboys, all right? Guys, they were out drinking. Guys drinking. He's had too many. Poor young man was riding with him. He gets into an accident, and the driver who's been drinking, he walks away. Other guy's dead. Other guy's dead. So don't ride with guys who've been drinking. Don't do it. If you have to call a taxi, call a taxi. If you have to have a designated driver, have a designated driver. All right? That's for you. That's a choice you have to make somewhere down this road. And I promise you, I don't know who it's going to be, but somebody has to make that choice. You got to make the right choice. If you make the right choices, all right, good results usually occur. If you make the wrong choices or poor choices, then negative results occur. I mean, I've seen it too many times, man. I've seen it too many times. And so you're still at an age where you're impressionable. You're still learning. All right, a lot of these guys in the pros that I deal with, they think they know it all. They got egos, okay? They got a posse, all right? That's another thing. Who do you hang with? Who do you hang out with? If you hang out with bad people, it's going to rub off on you. You hang out with bad people, it rubs off on you. So hang out with good people who are going to make the right choices for positive results. Positive results. That's what you're looking for. All right? Now, let's go to football. As we go to football, you guys got a game when? The 30th? Hey, that's about 2 weeks, right? That's on top of it. You should be excited about it. Everybody excited about it? Yes, very good. Now, is it home or away? Away doesn't really make any difference. It's still the first game, and you need to win that first game. All right? First of all, you got to get your minds right. You got to get it in your mind that we're going to win this first game. We're going to do whatever it takes to win. All right? And the way you win is by getting better. That's why you're out here practicing. You're trying to get better. If you're out here not trying to get better, you're not helping yourself. You're not improving. You're not improving. I don't care what team you're on. I don't care if you're on the JV, if you're on the show team, if you're on the varsity. If you're not trying to improve, you're not getting better. And the only way you win is get better. That's how you win, man. Get better. Try to get better every day. Every day you come out of here, try to get better. Don't just go through the motions. A lot of guys can go through the motions. If you go through the motions, you don't get better. And when you don't get better, you know what the coach is going to do? He's going to look to try to find somebody else to put in your place. That's the way it is. That's the way it is in the pro game, too. I tell the guys in the pros, I said, man, it's a production business. If you produce, you get to stay. If you don't produce, then I go get me somebody else and bring in to try to find out if they can produce. And I don't know whether they can or not. Okay, I really don't. I don't know whether they can or not. But all I know is this guy is not producing, so I'm going to bring somebody else in and try to find out whether that guy's producing or not. All right? That's what you got to do. In this thing, to get better, you got to get better in preparation. All right? Preparation. That includes your classwork. You got to get eligible, stay eligible. That includes your classwork. That includes the practice field. Get better on the practice field. Okay? That includes the weight room. You got to get better in the weight room. Lift weight. That includes your conditioning. Get better, be better conditioned. That includes your eating habits. All right? Eat the right thing. Don't eat junk, because that's not going to help you be as strong as you need to be to perform the way you need to perform to win the game. And that's what we want to do, guys. We want to learn, we want to grow, we want to learn, but we want to win the football game. Win the football game. Okay? And if you keep that with you, that might help you somewhere. And now, I always tell my guys this. This is what I tell them. Is the coach, is he responsible for you? Is your mom, is she responsible for you? Am I responsible for you? Hell, you are responsible for you. You are responsible for you. So every decision that you make the right decision. Make the right decision and positive things happen. Positive things happen. If you make the wrong decision, negative things happen. I've seen it happen too many times. So you know right from wrong. We all know right from wrong, right? Okay. Do right. Do right. Work to get better every day. And then that will allow you to win the first game. And then that will allow you to keep winning the games as you go along. Guys, like I said, I'm from right here, Amherst County. I was born here, all right? And so I happen to know Sheridan. He got lucky. He got me his uncle, all right? So I happen to know him. So I wanted to come out and watch practice, and I appreciate Coach giving me an opportunity to say hello to you. But try to take some of this somewhere along with you as you go, all right? Take some of this with you as you go. I want to wish you the best of luck, and I'll be trying to keep up with you and see what's going to happen. All right.
The man's been on the ultimate stage. All right, the ultimate stage. It's great to hear that from somebody else that's been there, that's been on that big time stage, and it's dealt with players and dealt with all kinds of issues from good to bad. But it all boils down to something simple, and he said it's the best, and it's what we try to preach to you is choices. Choices. You make that choice. All right, and what are our two kinds of people? Dream keepers and dream stealers. You need to make good decisions about the people you hang around, and that's exactly what he's trying to reinforce right there. Dream keepers and dream stealers. Two kinds of people in this world. You need to associate with the right ones. All right, this is now their next speaker right here is Mr. Tim Hill. He's the president of the, I guess, Greater Lynchburg Area FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And he's going to share a real quick message with you as our activity bus leaves at 6. And then in the back of that Suburban down there, he's got a Gatorade for everybody as you go up. Okay, he's got a Gatorade for everybody as you go up. All right, Mr. Tim Hill.
Following a Hall of Famer, 5 Super Bowl rings, I can tell you a choice that he told me he made, and a choice that will help you men do right. And that's in a relationship with God. The FCA Club goes all over the state, encouraging, equipping, and empowering you young men with a challenge from God's game plan that you would seek wholeheartedly with your mind, your heart, your spirit, your soul. Make a choice that only you can make. You're in charge of your soul and your last breath on this earth. You made a decision as a young boy, and while the roller coaster of my relation with Christ, I can tell you this, it's like when you get knocked down, you get back up, play the next play, in relation with Christ, you make mistakes because you're human, you got to keep pressing on. You press on by asking forgiveness, turning from that sin, and fleeing. Make a difference in your life. And then we talk about being relentless. You guys are relentlessly pursuing the victory on Friday night. I'm going to challenge you to be relentless in pursuit of a God that is relentlessly pursuing you, that created you in His image. He gave you the talents to play this great game for His honor and His glory. An audience of one, in return, because He first loved us. Choice each one of us has to make. Who has to make that decision? That's right. Each one of us do in our own life. Once you make that decision, follow Him, life, you pray, communicate with Him, and you serve up the 2 greatest commandments. Love the Lord thy God with all our heart, all our mind, all our soul. Likewise, love others as yourself. Hey, I want to invite you guys. Let's reach out, touch somebody, and let's get a prayer commitment from FCA this week, this season. God, we love you. Thank you for this great day, Lord. Thank you for Coach Crennel to exhort us, Lord, to do right. Father, may we base our doing right, our character, our integrity, serving others based on your word, God's game plan for life. May each one of us make that decision, Lord, and turn this campus around for you. Thank you for coaches, Lord. We love you. Lord, I want to see these young men do all they can do for you in this community. Pray protection on these young men, heal up the ones that are injured, Lord, and help them to press on, make a difference this year for the cause of Christ, and relentlessly pursue your love. Thank you for loving us. In Jesus' name, all God's men said. Amen. All right, guys, cold refreshments in the back of that.